Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share a book review. It's a book we read in the month of June titled Someone Like You by Kingsbury. This book is filled with so much emotions that breaks your heart, but it fills your heart with so much love, so much compassion, and it leads us on a road to forgiveness. So let's get into it. The first chapter starts by introducing the first family, which is Brooke and Peter. They have two daughters, Maddie and Haley. Maddie is graduating from school, and it points us to the fact that Brooke and Peter are keeping a big secret from their daughter, Maddie. So they've kept the secret from her for a long time. And then the second chapter introduces us to another set of characters. These are best friends. The guy is in love with the girl, but she's not interested in him because he's a believer, he's a Christian, he believes in God. Everything is centered on God. Everything he talks about with her, he always tries to bring his faith into it. Though she listens, but she has clearly told him, I'm not interested in that. She's not interested in knowing about God. So that's another set of characters. This set of characters, Dawson and London, they were like a lovebird to me. You would hope that somewhere at the end that they'll find themselves. And that's where I got the first understanding of the title of the book, Someone Like You. Now, she told Dawson, I'm not meant for you. I don't believe in what you believe, but I hope that one day you'll find someone like me. The next chapters that follow introduces us to another set of characters, and these are London's parents. That's Louise and Larry. So Louise is currently in a very critical condition health-wise, and her daughter is hoping to do everything she can. Her daughter London is hoping to do everything she can to save her mom's life. The introduction of this family gives us an understanding of the big secret that the first family is keeping. So some years back, after Louise had her first child, London, she had given up her frozen embryos for adoption because her first pregnancy didn't go well, and the doctors told her you can't carry another child. There was a great risk to her life, and the doctors told her she still had embryos, she could still have babies, but it was a big risk. So she decided to give her frozen embryos for adoption. And the family that adopted this embryo was Brooke and Peter, and they had Maddie. So the big secret was that they didn't tell Maddie that she was adopted as a frozen embryo. So now we have two sisters who do not know each other. On Maddie's graduation day, she gets a call and she's offered a job to start at the zoo. And still on the note of celebration, this guy she has dated for a long time, she hopes to marry him one day, plans to propose to her after the graduation, during the graduation party. When he finally proposes to her, she has this flicker of doubts, like, am I doing the right thing? Is this the right guy for me? Like, should I be getting married to him? When she had those questions come up, that was a red light for me. But we hoped for the best while reading. Fast forward to one day at work when a young man visits her zoo. The guy keeps staring at her and then looks away, stares again, looks away. And she thinks, oh my God, do I have a stalker? Why is this guy looking at me? Is he coming to visit the animals, or is he coming to stalk me? And when the guy finally approaches her, tells her that she's adopted, that she has a biological family, and they would love to know her, they're waiting for her over at Portland, Oregon, she is shocked. She's like, oh my God, I thought you were crazy, a crazy stalker, but now you are really crazy. something is really wrong with you because I'm not adopted. And he was shocked to like, oh my gosh, she didn't know. And they just left it at that. You know, she goes home, tries to tell her parents, oh my God, this funny thing happened at work today. Now she expected the parents to laugh about it, but then they were quiet. Like, actually, what the guy said is true. No, I tried to put myself in her shoe. How would I have felt? Yeah, she had every right to be angry. She had every right to be angry at the parents. Like, why didn't you tell me all these years, 17 years plus? Why didn't you say something? So she gets so angry, like super, super angry, and leaves the house. Maddie leaves the house, moves straight to Portland, Oregon to get to know her biological family. Like, she didn't waste any time. She was determined to know her biological family. I mean, I don't blame her. Anybody would want answers. No. Over there, she gets to know herself. She sees so much similarities between her and her sister, even though she doesn't have the opportunity to get to know her because she died. She decides to stay longer with her biological family. You know, she feels comfortable there. She starts like a new life there, kind of. And in this process, she falls in love with some other guy. Remember, her fiance is over there in Indiana waiting for her. So, but well, what's meant to be is meant to be. Maddie gets so comfortable in her new environment. She doesn't want to go back home. She doesn't want to speak with her parents. No, she ignores everyone. She just wants to start a new life over here. But then this sweet guy she falls in love with tells her, no, that's not the right thing to do. You have to make peace with your family. You have to forgive them. You have to love all the family that God has given you, both your biological family and your adoptive family. You have to love them. You can't run away from them. They're all your parents. You know, in one way or the other, they're your family. You can't run away from them. And so he helps her, you know, find peace in her heart, find forgiveness, and then makes peace with her family, with her adoptive family. It was very emotional, but it was the right decision to make. Now, this book brought up so many questions. Like, when you're reading, you'll be asking yourselves questions. You question like, why did this happen? Why did this person do this? Is it the will of God? Things like that. And so there's so many questions I asked, especially about the characters. You know, the first person is Brooke. Why do we keep secret from the people we love? You know, she kept a secret from her daughter. She didn't tell her she was adopted. You know, she was thinking, I'm protecting her, or I don't want to hurt her feelings. But no, when you lie to the person you love, then you're actually hurting their feelings. So lying to someone you love is not a way to love the person. I like how it's worded in this book. It says, you don't lie to someone you love, and you don't love someone you lie to. So that answers the question. You don't lie to someone you love. Always tell the truth. Always tell the truth. The next question I asked was, if Louise, let's say something happened, a miracle happened, and Louise was able to keep all her babies, she didn't give any of her embryos out for adoption, how would the children have turned out? Because the first child she had just one child, and she was a believer at that time. But then after the baby came, life got in the way. They couldn't bring up the child in the way of the Lord. They couldn't teach the child about Christ and all that. So that was just one child, and she had so much excuse of not bringing up the child in the way of the Lord. So what if she had all the other children? What would have happened to them? They might probably be lost also, just like London. She didn't find Christ. She didn't want to have anything to do with God. So there was probability that the other children would have done or would have been the same. And then you ask yourself, maybe it's the will of God for those embryos to be separated, because Maddie, that came out of the other embryo, she was deeply rooted in Christ. The family that adopted her was deeply rooted in Christ. And at the time that Louise needed God most, her daughter who believed in God was there to help her, was there to help her and also lead her back to Christ. So things happen for a reason, and God knows how to align things back, make it fall back in place. We just have to trust Him. The next thing I was questioning was how long it took Maddie to forgive her adoptive parents. I was like, yo, come on, they said they're sorry. But then I can't judge in a real situation. I can't judge that because I don't know how they're actually feeling. But just standing from where I am, I thought that it was too long. It wasn't 1 month or 2 months. She took a long time before she accepted the apology. And I felt like, well, you believe in God. Why can't you forgive them? I didn't understand why she couldn't forgive them faster. But you never know what that would feel like. It takes some people a short time to get over pain. It takes some people a longer time to get over pain. We're all different. And then in the love triangle, Maddie. I mean, the guy that proposed to her, he's a very nice guy. He's a believer. He is everything she would have wanted. But then she recognized the fact that something is not right. There's still a little bit of doubt somewhere. She's questioning something. So that's something we watch out for before getting married. What is that thing you're doubting? Even if it's a little bit of doubt, you want to sort it out before getting into the union. What's that little doubt you have about the person, about yourself, about what you're getting into? So sort out that situation so you won't be stuck. And God knows how to arrange everything. Everything happened at the right time. Before she got married, she was able to get away for some time, get to know herself, get to understand what she likes, what she doesn't like, just knowing herself. And then she realized, I love my fiance, but I don't think I should be married to him. We're better off as friends. And so she falls in love with someone else, still a believer. If you've read Someone Like You, let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know the questions that you come up with also. In the month of July, we're going to read another novel titled 6 Years and a Quarter Way Through by Cassandra Brissett. And in the month of July also, we have 3 guest posts on our blog. We have one by Tara Moore. We have an inspirational by Tara Moore. And we also have another by Deirdre Washington. And we have a short story by Priscilla Garatti. So it's going to be another month full of so many interesting stuff to do. So follow us on our pages, turn on your notification button to stay updated. This brings us to the end of this video. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.